From Madrid, in Spain, I'm Bradley Schravner, and this is Thursday Thunder and the Repossible podcast. This is my street right there. I've got to show you where I just happen to be. I don't know. This is fate. This is on my corner. You see that sign? Tierra Burrito Bar. I'm at the Burrito Bar. Burrito. Seriously? All I talk about is burritos, and I am on Burrito Street. From Madrid, it's Thursday Thunder and the Repossible podcast. Live a little bit of your future dream today. I've got a lot of cards coming. I've got traffic. I've got people. I've got Spanish women talking on cell phones. I've got American guys recording podcasts and videos. Got a lot going on. I'm going to switch over pretty soon here to a sneak peek of my latest audiobook called You Don't Have to. You don't have to intermittent fast, meditate, or write a book. You don't have to do any of those things. Of course, I'm going to tell you why you might want to do those things, but hey, that's up to you. But part of that, there's a chapter in there called Live a Little Bit of Your Future Dream Today. Ready for that? So why am I in Madrid? I'm in Madrid because I was just at a writers' conference past weekend. And it's really more about marketing and like the author business than writing craft. It's not so much about craft. And in the past, I might have thought, and I'm going to give you, by the way, I'm going to put in the audio. It's a 9-minute chapter. I just checked. I'm going to put in the audio here of the chapter of the Live a Little Bit of Your Future Dream Today to give you a sneak peek to the entire audiobook, which I finished last week. But in that chapter, I'm talking about how we all have dreams for the future, right? Dreams are kind of for the future. They're things we probably don't have yet. And that's okay. It's good to have dreams, goals, future, dream. Okay, big trucks, big trucks. I'm moving on. Getting out of the trucks. Trucks, scooters. I need a quiet place. I'm in the wrong city. Speaking of being in the wrong city, I could never live here with the schedule for eating and sleeping and everything. I'm such a morning person. This is such a late night kind of place. Like this is like up early. It's like 9:45. It's like the crack of dawn for this country anyway. Okay, living your dream future a little bit today. Now in the chapter, I mentioned things like, what is your future dream? And you have this perfect dream with, let's say there's 10 elements of your perfect dream. I mean, the typical kind of ridiculously cliched author dream is, you're on the terrace of the beautiful chalet on the lake, and you've got your pen and paper and your cognac or your tea. There might be like a candle burning or a fireplace or whatever. You get it? It's just some fantastical dream of, of the way you think things should be in this future dream of yours. And yet what happens? The dream is so fantastical that it's probably never going to happen. And so then what happens? Then we live our lives in hopes of, there are so many trucks, in hopes, that's because it's the crack of freaking dawn in Spain, which means 9:45. In case you were wondering when the crack of dawn in Spain is, it's 9:45. You're living your life waiting for this perfect dream to happen, right? This dream of 10 elements, whoa, truck, of 10, I'm going on a quiet, of these 10 elements that may or may not ever come true. And you know what? I can probably guarantee you that they will never come true all together at the same time. So what am I proposing here? And what is my sneak peek chapter? What I am proposing is that you take, let's say there's 10 elements, remember? The lake, the all that stuff, the lake and the writing and the tea and the cognac and don't forget the sunset. Don't forget the exact right time of year. Do you get it? How perfect it is and how it's never going to happen. So what if you took an element of that, one of the 10, and you lived that today, right? So let's take my silly fake dream there. It's not even so fake. And what of that could I be doing now? Well, an easy one is I could be writing. Okay, I've got that. I've got a notebook. I've got a pen. There we go. I just did one. Then I'm not saying crush your dreams. I'm not saying don't have dreams. Dreams are awesome. Gotta love dreams. Dreams are good. Goals, big things for the future. Big dreams. Great. But what element or a version of that future dream might you be living today? Here, I'll take a real life example. I just came from this conference. There was a guy doing a nonfiction talk, and I, of course, thought, why isn't that me? How come I'm not up on stage? Why am I not as successful as that guy? What is he doing that I'm not? See, so I'm not living my dream. I'm still dreaming of being him. Yet I'm here. So what could I say? How could I live this dream now? Well, I'm here. And no, I'm not the guy on stage, but at least I'm in the audience. I'm at the conference. I'm making an effort. I'm getting there. I'm taking the steps towards that bigger dream. And then remember that future dream is changeable, malleable. It can change. And so maybe in going towards the dream, and remember my chapter in every single day, practice is perfect. Practice is the perfection. That's actually the goal, to be doing the things towards the goal. The big trick, or no, the big secret is enjoying the practice. The big secret is when the practice is the goal. That's what you want to do. So, what do I want to do? I want to be at conferences. I want to be writing. I want to do the elements of the dream that I can in the version of today that I can do today. That's it. That's it. So, I'm in Madrid. Was I on the speakers panel of the conference? No. Here, bigger dream. I want to host the conference. There you go. Am I hosting? No. I know the host. I know him. He knows me. He knows my name. That's nice. That's a step in that direction. So, mindset. Am I going to whine and cry and bitch and moan that I'm not on the panel and that I'm not hosting the conference? Sure, I could do that, but that's a whole lot of fun, right? What if I live today the fact that I'm in Madrid at a writer's conference? I'm writing. I have books. I am successful. Catching on? Following here? All right. That's it. I have to say, I have these red glasses on, and my entire world is red. And that is actually kind of funny how appropriate that is for what I'm talking about. Because they talk about rose-colored glasses. So how can you see the future through the rose-colored glasses that you think it all needs to be all perfect, right? So here, I'm going to see. Let's see if I can. Here we go. That's how I'm seeing the world. I'm seeing the world through rose-colored glasses. And for me, it's as easy as wearing rose-colored sunglasses. Kind of crazy, right? How easy is that, right? So I just solved the viewpoint, the perspective, the mindset of how I'm seeing the future in the past. Silly trick is glasses. Another not so silly trick is to take one of the elements of the 10 and live it now. Do it now. Don't worry about the other 9. Enjoy, appreciate, celebrate the one. That's it. All right, I'm going to switch this over. You know what I'll do? I'm going to give you the audio from the chapter called Live a Little Bit of Your Future Dream Now. And I'm going to walk you through a little bit of Madrid. And I'll give you the background of my audiobook chapter and hope you enjoy it. Hope you're enjoying your Thursday. I sure am. Another element of that dream, I wish I can travel with my kids when they're older. Remember when they were really little, I thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun when they're older, we do a little trip together. My 18-year-old son, oh, I'm going to cry. My 18-year-old son flew down to Madrid from Amsterdam on Monday. He's been here with me all week after the conference. That is living a part of my dream, and I'm doing it right now. This is Thursday. The thunder comes after the lightning. If the lightning is my son coming down on Monday, and the thunder is me realizing it, is letting it sink in on Thursday. There's a little Thursday thunder for you. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This is Thursday Thunder and the Repossible podcast. I'm going to let you listen to 9 minutes of live a little bit of your future dream now. See you next week.
Chapter 12. Live a little of your future dream life now, even if you think you're not ready. Quote, your entire life only happens in this moment. The present moment is life itself. Yet people live as if the opposite were true, and treat the present moment as a stepping stone to the next moment, a means to an end. Unquote. Eckhart Tolle. We're in Athens, Greece, as I type this on my ancient laptop. Okay, maybe ancient in this city isn't quite the right word. I am as guilty as most of us who can quickly be less satisfied with the present because it's not quite what I had envisioned it to be in the past. Did you catch that? In the past, I envisioned a future, and yet, just like the word tomorrow, it never is here. The future, by definition, doesn't exist. It's always tomorrow. It's always ahead of us. We will never catch it. So what do we have left? The present. I had envisioned a life where I could be traveling in a faraway place, waking up early and creating, probably writing and publishing books like there was no tomorrow. Funny guy, right? And, I don't know, going on a bike tour of the city with my family and ending up in a colorful bar later that same night and stirring up raucous conversations with strangers. Oops. That's exactly what happened yesterday. One of my favorite books is titled Secret Bus to Paradise. I wrote it many years back now, but I mention it because even back then, I was living my dream and not only dreaming about it. It wasn't a bus to a paradise that we see in the magazines or on Instagram. I made my own private paradise. It's a great little story I can highly recommend. I'm laughing a little bit to myself here as I'm recommending one of my own books. But there you have it. That is part of my dream. I have books I have written already that are good, and I recommend them inside of other books. How did that happen? Because I didn't wait to write the perfect book. Well, I did spend about 9 years not writing, but I finally started writing on November 1st, 2012, and kept going. Some books aren't great, some are good, and some are brilliant. Seriously, yep, I'm saying that about my own work. Yet, had I waited to only write the one perfect book, it most likely would never have appeared, because I'd be so caught up in hoping, trying, and fiddling to make it perfect, whatever perfect means, that it wouldn't be in your hands. It would be in a drawer, and I'd probably still be living in San Francisco and frustrated that I never took the leap to become the writer I had always dreamed of becoming. How did we get here from starting out with the day in Athens? Because although I'm still not there yet, I have learned that there is an imaginary place. It's that dream, future fantasy place that, hold on to your hats, doesn't actually exist. If I keep waiting for that perfect moment, the glorious scene, usually influenced by movies where, I don't know, fireworks go off in the distance as I type the last word of my award-winning novel while I sip whiskey, I don't even like whiskey, on the veranda of my lake house while the water ripples the shimmering moonbeams. Stop. Please stop. I'm in Athens. I'm writing. I have many books. I'm with my family. We're eating gyros. We're doing bike tours. I even managed to skip dinner the first night, wake up early, meditate, and write a few chapters. No fireworks, no lake, no dream as I had envisioned at some point in the past. Yet, here I am, living some form of that dream in the present day. Dear reader, this is one of the hardest things about being a writer or a creator. Getting the message across, or through, or getting it to really land as I hope it will or can. There are tidbits in life, in chapters of books, in scenes in movies, or moments in real life that we somehow never forget. They sink in. We can't forget them even if we wanted to. This is an important chapter. One of the biggest reasons I write books at all is to share experiences that I have had, mistakes that I have made, and of course successes that I have enjoyed with you so that you recognize the mistakes more quickly and still make them, but realize what they are and move on. To take the chances, to dare to create, and get to the successes more quickly and hopefully less painfully than I did. The author. Back to the title of this chapter. Live a little of your future dream life now. Please, pretty please, don't wait for the fireworks and the lake and the veranda. Of course, dream your dreams, envision them for the future, but then let them arrive in pieces, probably not in order, and certainly not exactly as you had envisioned it. I can honestly and truly say that I am living my dream right now, today, here in this apartment in Athens, as I type on my broken laptop and a woman across the way is overwatering her plants to the extent that she's washing the cars below. I'm writing. I'm creating. I'm taking this moment, this chapter, to remind myself, to remind you, to capture, to sneak in, to secretly and maybe quietly recognize, relish, and celebrate the tiny wins, the successes that resemble, if only in the slightest way, the dreams of your past that are happening in the present day of your real life. This book has ideally become a clear path forward, offering up a methodology, a roadmap, a path for you to get some clarity, take some action, and build some confidence so that you may live a little of your future dream right now. Possible. Live your future life in the past. Impossible. Live your entire future life in the present. TTS3 possible. Live your future life in the present, if only a tiny bit. P.S. The bar last night with the ouzo was one of the most beautiful bars I have ever seen in my life. I'll share a photo in the bonus content.